Yeah. My kids have no problem with it.
If I'm not
They love.
mistaken, we've gone live again.
Oh, my dog's joining the. We should take a caller. Try to talk one of the four people listening to call in.
On Twitter.
Welcome to the Monster Castle Radio Show.
It's playing the intro.
For the extreme paranormal listener. And here is your host, the Wolfman, Mike.
Welcome to the Monster Castle. I can hear some growling. Oh, wow. We got some monsters in the house. We got monsters. Oh my god. This is pretty scary in here tonight, man. This is one of the scariest nights ever. I got a lot of guests with me here. We got Darren from you might have heard him on The Other Side of Midnight. He's a frequent caller. Are you there, Darren?
I'm here, and my dog, he hears you making monster sounds. He doesn't like it.
Oh, good. I like that. That's good. I could do a lot more than that. But right now we're going to introduce. We got Marcus Alrightius. Are you there, buddy?
Yep, I'm right here.
Oh, our levels are going a bit too high. Well, and I think we got Jeff D from DM Talk as well. Are you there?
I'm here.
Right on.
Hey, I thought the dog barking was part of
the intro.
I thought that was you. That's really good.
I'm not sure what we're going to talk about. We got whatever we want. What do you guys want to talk about?
Well, I came up with the topic last time. Jeff, do you have a good topic?
Oh, I've got a lot of topics, but the problem is which one do I, want to talk about right now and not piss off anyone?
Well, I wouldn't worry about that. That's going to happen no matter what.
Yeah, we always piss everyone.
No matter what I say.
Have you guys heard about these giants they found in Pennsylvania? The Bradford Giants or whatever. They found these skeletons. I guess it was in the late 1800s.
Where the mounds are there?
Yeah, I think it's northwestern Pennsylvania. Okay, so it's they dug up 8-foot giant skeletons, and they had horns on their skulls.
Oh, I heard about that one. Yeah, horns on their skulls. I heard about that.
Yeah, look it up. It's Bradford horned.
They're probably sent to the Smithsonian and disappeared.
Yeah, exactly what happened.
Yep, they didn't want to scare the religious folks.
Yeah, it's in horned Nephilim skeleton, Valley of Giants, a couple years ago.
That's exactly right.
And this is
59 miles northwest of Scranton.
Yeah, this is where we used to go camping all the time too, and we didn't really know about it then. But it kind of makes you wonder, you're out in the middle of nowhere, what it would have been like if, you hear a noise.
Did they?
Crickets and stuff, and then all of a sudden footsteps, and there's a 8-foot horned giant outside your tent.
Said they were buried around 1200 AD.
Yeah.
And they were buried. So, I mean, not that long ago. I mean, in
Right.
No.
the big picture. That's just I traced my ancestors back to 1250, so 1200 isn't too far.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
they still have the horns in the skulls? Or have
Yeah.
they fallen off?
No, it's like it's part. I see a picture here. It's like part of the skull. It's like it's part of the skull, the horn.
Yeah.
Like a rhino horn?
No, they're two. It just looks like devil horns. I remember the picture.
Oh,
too.
God. Devil horns?
Yeah, just like two little.
Like a goat?
Monster. It is a monster. Yeah, it's crazy, and they have double rowed teeth. Some of these skulls, 2 rows of teeth, and they do have fangs on some, like canines.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and
That's really creepy.
they don't have their skull doesn't have one of our suture marks. It's missing some of those. It's like when you're born and those, what are they called? A suturing? In your skull? Those, there's a cross lines. Anyways, they don't have that, so they're not human.
And they're supposed to be over 7 feet tall.
Yeah, they lived here before us, I think, or they still actually no, they're still here. Maybe the goat man thing. That's maybe they're still around, man, because people see this thing. In the 60s, there was all those sightings with Goat Man, and he had an axe, and he chased kids out of these parks where they'd park at night to go at Lover's Lane or whatever, at the end of nowhere, desolate spots. And they'd park and to make out, and this Goat Man was, I don't remember the area. It might have been Pennsylvania. I don't know.
It's probably an Amish guy wanting to spook him.
Oh, it was a goat man, like they said, like 7 or 8 feet tall, and he had horns,
jeez.
and he carried a big axe.
Do you see the goat man in the tunnel ceremony?
Oh yeah, that's true. There was one.
That thing is freaky. Who were those people? Did you guys see that? You saw the video,
I did.
right? You did?
I did.
I have not.
Oh, it's crazy. That Switzerland tunnel that opened. They only had a couple hundred people. Then they had these just crazy dancers, this $2 million dance that they paid for the opening ceremony or whatever. It's just like a bunch of nude people and this demonic baby and this goat man. It's just the creepiest thing you ever seen for a tunnel opening.
Yeah, it
They
was,
invite.
yeah. Just
I mean, I heard about the tunnel company. I didn't hear about that.
it was really creepy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like the smoke coming out of it and everything, and all kinds of weird
You
creatures.
gotta see the video. It's creepy. And for how small the crowd is, it's just weird. And you wonder who was invited, Who are these people?
They just kept coming out and with strange costumes on, like Cirque du Soleil kind of shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Like they look. Some of the costumes were amazing. What they did with them, and they actually looked
God.
like creatures that were, I can't remember.
Absolutely.
What, yeah.
I mean, it was something that should have been for like a whole bunch of people, not just a few hundred of the Bohemian Grove people or whoever. I don't know who was there.
I keep hearing like a clapping in the background, like somebody clapping. You guys hear that? Like
Yeah, I do hear that.
one person clapping. It sounds like it's freaking me right out. Who the
One
hell?
hand clapping.
Yeah, like we need a lot more clapping than that.
I hear one hand clapping.
Yeah, one hand
I don't hear
clapping.
anything.
Yeah, we need a lot more clapping. We need thunder strikes. Yeah. I got some thunder. You guys can't hear it, but I just put some thunder on.
Does oh, go ahead. I was gonna. Does RCH? Does he still like bump his mic all the time? I haven't heard him in a while.
He doesn't bump his mic as much. He types a lot. It's usually typing to me or other people. I've heard him type and then me get a message from him before on the air. It's pretty funny.
He's like, yeah, he's always, saying there's noise, and he's like, I don't know what it is. Sounds like he's just bumping his mic.
He's figuring it out.
He's got some. He's real. I mean, I like some of the questions he asked, and he's got some really good guests.
I love it. I love his show.
He's
great.
I know some people, don't like him. But...
Oh, I'm sure. Well, yeah. I just like the hope that he brings, and I just love ancient archaeology, and you're talking about the job.
Yeah, he's scientific, but he throws a little bit of his own opinion in there too. But
and he speculates a lot.
He does.
And scientists never do that. That's what's so awesome.
Yeah, he like does a combination of the two, and just somehow
he's like a mad scientist. That's what I like about him.
He is.
He's like a mad scientist. If there was something that he could experiment with, he'll do it. I told him one of the things that I know about from Patrick Flanagan. A buddy of mine knew Patrick Flanagan and got to know him actually by trying to. And his mother was involved in some group, experimental stuff. And so he got in touch with him, and apparently he got to see some crazy invention from somebody that was like a singularity, like a small sun or a black hole type of singularity that they had contained inside of some sort of machine, and it became sentient, and it would talk to you telepathically and tell you could have whatever you want. Just put your hand inside and pull out what you're thinking, and you could pull out whatever you were thinking of. Like the guy experimented with it. He put his hand inside the thing and pulled an orange out. He said, I'm going to get an orange. Who gets an orange out of it? That thing was crazy, what he was telling me. I don't know why he'd lie about something or make something like that up, but I know that he went to these seminars with Patrick Flanagan, and he
sounds like Star Trek.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
replicator, right?
Yeah, for food.
This guy would have been awesome to have on a show, but he actually passed away, my buddy Julio, a couple of years ago. Cancer. Got him.
What kind of cancer?
I really don't know, actually, that detail. He was right into all this stuff, health, food, and everything like that. I don't know, and antioxidants. He was crazy with it. Took so many of these supplements. I'm unsure if that's what did him in, was doing all these weird supplements, really.
I knew a guy that was a distance runner, and he took all supplements. He died at 42. Cancer.
Really?
All he did was, I was watching a show today about toxins in the body, though. It's interesting. I mean, they really do build up. You know, the guy that did Super Size Me, his show?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went on a program to get rid of the toxins or lower the toxins in his body. And sure enough, man, he lowered quite a few of them, just, eating very clean. A lot of it's just from the food that we eat more than the environment. I'd say 80 to 90% is the food, and then the rest is like just chemicals around the house, stuff like that. But it gets into your body. It really does. Who knows? Maybe they do cause cancer.
I'm just going to do it like, great grandpa did. He lived at 80 something, and he just smoked and drank his whole life and chewed tobacco too.
Yeah, that happens. I think a lot of it's just worrying. A lot of people that are health conscious are, a lot of them are atheists. A lot of really healthy, super health people just want to live a long time because they think this is all we got, And I think they're a little bit more stressed out too. And I think stress is the killer, I think. But who knows? What do you guys think?
It's one of the, definitely, that is probably the number one thing. And not addressing problems in your body, this little things like muscle aches and pains. You got to have someone there to massage you out every day and get your stress out. That's true.
Stressful jobs. I mean, it seems like it'd be interesting to see I'm sure there's plenty of studies about them, but I know doctors don't live very long, and they're pretty healthy usually as a group.
Yeah, some of them.
Especially when they get thrown off top story buildings. Yeah, and then
was that something I missed in the news or something?
Or bankers, they all flying off buildings. All the bankers are jumping. I heard about a lot of doctors that commit suicide too, or get kill themselves with alcohol and other drugs. But bankers like to jump off buildings. I know.
I have a friend that was the 39th assisted suicide in Oregon. He was had cancer of the spine. He was in agony, and I was happy for him. He didn't have to go through what was on his plate in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Who else?
He just said goodbye to his family and told him he loved them, and closed his eyes, and he's out of his pain.
I just remembered when I was thinking about doctors. It's the holistic doctors that are disappearing. Apparently, they're getting wiped out. They're disappearing or getting murdered. All kinds of apparently holistic doctors.
Yeah, they're cutting in on their business. Did you hear about all these DNC people that have been killed?
What exactly is DNC for the Canadian people here? I don't know what that is.
The Democratic National Convention people or committee? What is it? But they're
convention, but the staff and.
Yeah, there's one guy that died, and Julian Assange said he'd give $20,000 reward for anything, any information about his death. And he kind of hinted that he was the one that gave him the information about the emails. It wasn't the Russians.
Yeah, it's only the people that are, have something to give up or something to get someone out of trouble that's dying. It's not.
2 days ago, there was an explosion and killed another person that was kind of involved, I guess.
Wow.
There's a lot of dead people around the Clintons, that's for sure. I wonder if it's just that they know so many people, but I find that hard to believe. I mean, I know thousands of people, and I don't know anyone that's been murdered. And they have like 48 and counting. The guy that wrote the book, Body Count, he died like 2 weeks ago. He got found dead on top of a mountain. He's the one that wrote the book about all the dead bodies about the Clintons.
Wow.
How convenient.
Oh. Okay, guys, I think we should take a washroom break or whatever you want to do. I'm going to put a song on, and everybody just mute your mics, and we're going to take a little break, okay?
Okay.
Just for a second here. Hello. Check. Is it still, you guys back? Hello?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah, I think I got back late after the song ended. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, we're back on, and hey, what were we talking about when we first earlier this evening? We were talking about the moon impact, where they
Oh yeah, when they had that 2-ton kinetic impact on the moon there.
yeah,
They put it into an icy crater.
that was my topic for tonight. I forgot that was my topic. It's
That was,
yeah, they threw and I thought it was like an explosive warhead, but no, it was a kinetic
it
weapon.
just smashed into the ice.
So like a big
Left
bullet, basically, yeah, like a big heavy chunk of lead or something. I don't know what they used.
It was
Well, they used
it was
spaceship.
They
Right.
probably used gold.
They used the spaceship, didn't they? The one that they were done with, and then they just aimed it. I don't know.
No,
what
that's
they
a
did.
different
Yeah, it was
thing.
part of the payload.
Yeah, and then they just dumped it into the iciest crater they could find to see what would happen. See how much ice was in there. It was part of a crater that didn't see the sun ever.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah. And they got a lot. I think they got a lot of data from it. Of course, they haven't really shared much with it. I can't remember. Maybe they did.
They broke a treaty. They broke the Outer Space Treaty when they did that.
Oh, no kidding. Because
Yeah.
they attacked another planet.
Basically, yeah. There's a treaty that was in
Yeah.
dates back to 1967. Clearly states that international law applies beyond the atmosphere. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I know they've done that twice on the moon. They did it another time too, and they knew that it rang like a bell for like 3 or 4 minutes afterwards.
Yeah.
And Richard thinks that shows that it's either hollow or artificial or something.
I kind of have to agree with him. I've always thought the moon is really strange, and I don't think it's natural, and especially that it looks the same size to your eye, and just the fact that we can have eclipses and the sun and the moon being so close, almost they look identical size to our perspective here on Earth. It
They
just
are.
seems like that is just too much of a coincidence. The odds of that happening is just crazy.
And then was it the diameter and the speed are the exact same ratios or something like that?
yeah.
That one guest, it's just all these amazing things about the moon.
Yeah.
It's like they have the exact same size to.
I noticed that
So-
myself when I was a kid. I thought that was weird. Why would the moon be the same size as the sun? That's impossible. I just thought that's freaking impossible. Like, what is this? Some kind of a magical planet? Like, that just can't be real. That doesn't make any sense.
I know it covers up the sun almost perfectly. Not quite, but almost. And then you can just see the corona of the sun during an eclipse. It is amazing. Yeah, and the hexagonal, all the hexagon craters that supposedly happen naturally. I don't know how that would happen. And octagonal craters.
Oh yeah, that octagonal crater. Yeah, and
How's that
Marcus,
happen?
Marcus, didn't you say that you found some stuff just on using Google? Are you there, Marcus? Did we lose him? Oh, maybe he's not there. That's strange.
Is Jeff still there?
Jeff,
Yeah, I'm
you
still
there?
here. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
It's showing that he's still there. Oh well.
I'm here.
Okay.
Here I am.
Hey, did you want to tell us about what those photos that you got, or not photos, but the stuff you found about the backside of the moon.
Oh, okay. Let's see. If you look at my Twitter page, the coordinates are actually on my
Is it on Google Moon?
Yeah, on Google Moon, right? It's the coordinates, yeah, on the back side. And the strange thing about Google Moon is that when you go to the back side, at least for me, there's only like one section that actually shows any sort of contrast or detail, and that's around the crater Komarov.
What's it called?
It's a Russian name, Komarov, K-O-M.
Okay.
A-R-O-V, and it's near the ocean of Moscow, I guess. Mare Moskowitz. Moskowitz. I don't have it open at the moment, but
I found something on there once. I marked it on there. It's crazy looking. I just marked it as a moon base on my Google Moon. It's right on the front side, though, kind of down in the middle. I don't know what it is.
Was it on the back side?
No, it's on the front, right in the front.
By the way, that weapon that NASA released onto the moon was called a Centaur. That's what they call it, and it's a kinetic weapon.
Wow.
And that was in 2009, June 18th.
that.
It was June 18th, and it was part of the lunar reconnaissance orbiter mission.
Yeah, that's about the time they found out there was water all over the moon.
And that's what it was supposed to be actually researching.
Yeah.
To explore the presence of water ice.
Create water naturally, make H2O on the surface, so there's moisture everywhere now.
Yeah, they found water moist. There was ice on the surface of the moon. So actually, what about maybe all the crystal stuff that Hoagland's been seeing is just ice buildup?
7 miles high.
Who knows? Maybe that's just because of the gravity. It does different things there.
With the perfect shadow.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, ice does just. When ice freezes, it can make geometric sort of designs.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they'd last.
But you know what else?
7 miles high.
Yeah, you never know, because they say actually water can have actually somebody's mood can affect the way water freezes. The patterns it makes, people's thinking, the way they think, if they're a negative or positive person or whatever. You're thinking happy things, it makes nice design. You're thinking shit, it makes a crappy design.
What about the titanium domes?
Yeah, I'm just.
They found 21% titanium in circular patterns all over the certain parts of the moon there.
How do they know it's titanium?
Titanium's rare on Earth, fairly rare.
So who found this? Did they go right up to it, or how do they know it's titanium?
Originally, they found it back in the day. They found a bunch of titanium in the moon samples. A really high amount. It really surprised them all. But then, I think 2 years ago, they did a titanium analysis with a new ship, and you can find it on there. They call them domes of titanium. NASA calls them domes.
Wow.
And they're circular, and they're all over the moon. It's fascinating.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it used to be a base, maybe?
Well, yeah. They probably were like what Richard thinks. He thought they were titanium domes with glass in them. Glass is stronger than steel when it's in space, and there's no oxygen. And it's all over up there, so that'd be like the perfect thing to make, to perfect substance to use if you were building something up there. There's no earthquakes. About the only thing you have to worry about is meteor strikes.
Yeah.
And if you built it with a grid, or several domes where you can escape, who knows?
So
I like to think they were up there.
So Darren, have you ever seen a UFO, or something weird, or a ghost or anything?
I saw something weird the other night when I was out there. I was telling you about it earlier. I think it was just a satellite, but boy, it was bright. It was just a bright flash, and then it went away, and then a bright flash, and it was just following a trajectory. And like a really bright flash, like brighter than, it's like the sun just reflecting off a flat surface. That's what it looked like. And I thought that was amazing. And I also saw about 12 big fireballs, which isn't unusual. But one of them was cool. It skipped. Have you ever seen a meteor skip across the sky?
Yeah.
Like a rock?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have seen that, which is cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. But no, I've never seen a UFO. Not really. Just a space station. I don't know if I'd want to.
Oh, the
It'd
thing
freak
I
me
saw,
out.
man, nobody would want to see it. It scared the shit out of me, I'll tell you. I actually
I
had
know.
to hide in a ditch and I pulled branches over top of me. I was so scared. And when the
How
thing
many
went,
have you seen?
countless, but this one was very close. This one was a close encounter. It was shooting like these beams down on the ground and coming towards me. And my brother took off, and
In a car or running?
he was on a bicycle. It was only his farm was only down the road, so it was about half a mile or something down the road. He took off on his bicycle, and I shut my irrigation tractor pump off, and then the thing was and I was running for the house, but then I saw it coming, and I just ran into a ditch and pulled stuff over top of me.
Did you still look at it, or did you just hide? Like a kid
I was
under the
watching.
blankets?
I was watching like a kid through the blankets, exactly. But I couldn't see much from down there. I could just see the light.
Uh-huh. And how long was it? How long were you down there?
That's where I had a memory loss. After I did that, I don't really remember what happened. And then I was back at the house telling my wife
That's
about
so-
it.
That's spooky.
Really don't know what happened there. I can't remember.
How long-
I can only remember up to then, and then after that, I don't really remember until I went to the house, told my wife about it, and then I went to my brother's house in the morning and told him about it. He didn't remember anything until I told him, and then he said, "Oh my God, I would have never remembered that if you didn't tell me."
Weird. Does he remember riding home?
No.
So maybe they
that's the
got in
thing
too.
He doesn't remember hardly any of it either, except of what I told him, and then he started to get memories back of it.
But
Is
no
that-
memories of being anywhere besides the ditch or on his bike?
No, well, he
No.
remembers seeing the thing now and seeing the energy beams coming down to the earth. It looked like a ray, like a blue ray beam, like almost like a tractor beam on Star Trek.
It sounds like a Travis Walton story,
Yeah, I know.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's a lot like his. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to
You
talk
should.
to him one time.
You ever thought about getting hypnotized?
Yeah,
Get
I
Rick
thought
Press?
about that. Yeah. I wonder what would come out of that.
I don't know. It might be interesting.
Well, that's the thing. That's what got me into all this. Once after that happened to me, right? And I started thinking differently.
And how old were you?
About, see, it was 2001, I think, 2000. So, 30. I was been 30 or something like that, 35. 35, yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. That's
Yeah,
scary.
I'd be 35.
I wouldn't.
then.
I wouldn't like that.
I was 35,
Yep.
yeah.
Was that the first one?
No. I seen a lot of UFOs and stuff before that. That was the one that was the closest encounter.
And the scariest one, besides the ball.
Everything else I saw, there was the glowing orb thing came after that, which was even a closer encounter. It was right in front of me, like 2 feet away.
And you were the only witness for that one?
Yeah.
And that's with the staff?
Yeah. This glowing orb came in. There was the same area. It was the same field on the farm. The same field. And that's
you ever crop circle on that farm?
See, I thought about it later. We saw some little orbs come off the big orb and just branch out and go places off that thing. And it was, I think, a year later that I saw that little orb. So it was years later. So I still think that the things that thing dropped off, I think they're still around there.
So maybe the thing that they dropped off when you saw it, it was the same thing that came up.
Yeah, that came up to me. I think it might be related because it's in that field, and I saw the things come off of it. So maybe it went there. Maybe it dropped probes or something, some kind of little entities or something. I don't know.
Was that your family farm?
Yeah.
Did they ever see anything in that field besides you?
Well, my brother sees all kinds of crap in the sky, but nobody else has seen the orbs, but they've seen a lot of paranormal activity, like, because there's a little cemetery there that's haunted. So there's a lot of that. It's strange that high UFO, and also high paranormal, like ghosts, in the same place, and I've heard this before.
Should get some EVP people to go out there.
Actually, I'm working on that, but wow, we're coming to the end of the show already here, but we got 6 minutes left. Yeah, actually, Greg Newkirk from Planet Weird, he's wanted to come out there, so I still haven't hooked it up with a time and when we're going to do that. But
is that why you left? And you're not a farmer anymore?
No, just the tobacco industry just pretty much died out there, so
okay.
There was no money left.
Are they growing something new, or are they still chugging away at tobacco?
No, we don't do tobacco anymore. They just do cover crops now, like soybeans, corn, wheat, and stuff like that. Just easy stuff.
Well, that's a great story.
Yeah,
that's why you're our leader here.
That's what got me into this. Okay, does anybody want anything to say before we got 5 minutes left? So, anybody want to plug something before I put a song on?
I got those pictures from the crater. I'm gonna send them out to you guys over Skype here.
Oh, there was that sighting I just had a little while ago. 3 objects coming over of my house, and I took a picture of one of them, and then Marcus, you blew it up.
Oh, right, yeah.
So we got that too. We could post that picture of this.
I'll try to find my moon base and take a picture of it or show you the coordinates.
Oh, okay.
Check it out. All right.
So where are we going to post this stuff?
I'll just send it to you on Skype, and then you can post whatever you want.
I'm not sure if I could post it on my Spreaker channel. I'll try to do that, and then maybe just post it on Twitter too.
Okay, there's one. Which one did I send?
I'm going to need to make a website yet, and then we'll have a spot to post shit. But I'm going to put a song on now, guys, and thank everyone for being on again. I can't believe we did 2 shows tonight. That was amazing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I don't remember